Mira Alvarez had always believed that life in the small coastal town of San Isidro would never change. Every morning felt the same: fishing boats at dawn, market vendors shouting prices, and the smell of salt in the air. At 17, Mira had grown used to the routine. She helped her mother in their small eatery after school and spent most evenings sketching the sea from the roof of their house. Then Elise Villanueva arrived. She transferred to San Isidro National High School in the middle of the semester, wearing polished shoes and carrying a suitcase of books no one had ever heard of. Rumors spread fast. Her family had moved from Manila. Her father owned resorts. She was rich. She was strange. Mira noticed her because Elise sat alone under the acacia tree during lunch, reading while everyone else whispered about her. Their first conversation happened by accident. Mira had been carrying a stack of art materials when one of her folders slipped from her arms. Sheets of paper scattered across the hallway. Elise bent down to help her. "You draw these?" Elise asked, holding up a sketch of the shoreline. Mira nodded shyly. "They're beautiful," Elise said. It was the first time anyone had called her work beautiful. The next few weeks passed with unexpected ease. Elise began sitting beside Mira in class. They studied together after school in the library and shared snacks during breaks. Mira discovered that Elise loved novels, old songs, and astronomy. Elise discovered that Mira loved sketching, swimming, and climbing onto rooftops to watch sunsets. One afternoon, Mira brought Elise to the cliffs overlooking the sea. "This is my favorite place," Mira said. Elise looked at the endless blue horizon and smiled. "I think it's mine now too." Something shifted between them after that. Mira found herself waiting for Elise every morning. Elise began texting her late at night about everything and nothing. They laughed more. Talked longer. Sat closer. Neither of them called it love. Not yet. People in small towns noticed everything. By the time December arrived, classmates had begun teasing them. "You're together all the time," one girl joked. "Maybe Mira has a crush," another whispered. Mira laughed it off, but her face burned. Elise only smiled faintly and changed the subject. That night, Mira lay awake staring at the ceiling. Did she have a crush? She replayed every moment with Elise. The way Elise tucked her hair behind her ear when she was nervous, the way her eyes softened whenever she smiled. For the first time, Mira allowed herself to admit the truth. She was falling in love. Every January, San Isidro held a festival by the shore. There were fireworks, food stalls, lanterns, and live music. Mira and Elise spent the evening wandering through the crowded streets together. At one booth, Elise won Mira a small stuffed dolphin. At another, Mira bought matching bracelets made of woven blue thread. As the fireworks exploded above them, Elise reached for Mira's hand. Mira froze. Elise's fingers were warm. For a few seconds, the rest of the world disappeared. Then someone from school called their names. They let go immediately. But the feeling lingered long after the fireworks faded. Rain poured heavily one Saturday afternoon. Mira and Elise were alone in Mira's house, listening to music while her mother was at the market. They sat on the floor beside the window. "Do you ever feel like you don't belong anywhere?" Elise asked quietly. Mira looked at her. "All the time." Elise swallowed hard. "In Manila, people always expected me to be someone I wasn't. Here, I thought things would be different. But sometimes I still feel like I'm pretending." "Pretending what?" Elise looked down at her hands. "Pretending I don't like someone when I do." Mira's heart pounded. "Who do you like?" Elise lifted her eyes. "You." For a moment, the rain was the only sound in the room. Then Mira leaned forward and kissed her. Softly. Carefully. Like she was afraid the moment would disappear if she moved too quickly. For a while, their love existed in secret. They met at the cliffs after school. They held hands under tables in the library. They exchanged notes during class. Mira had never been happier. But secrecy came with fear. Every glance from classmates felt dangerous. Every rumor felt sharper. One afternoon, Mira's cousin saw them holding hands near the market. By evening, the story had spread. Mira's mother cried. "You're too young to know these things," she said. Her older brother refused to speak to her. Elise's father reacted even worse. He forbade Elise from seeing Mira. "This is not who you are," he said. But Elise knew exactly who she was. And she knew who she loved. The weeks that followed were painful. They were kept apart. No texts. No meetings. No calls. Only silence. When they could no longer speak openly, they began writing letters. Mira hid hers inside library books. Elise left replies beneath the old lighthouse near the cliffs. In those letters, they wrote everything they could not say aloud. Their fears. Their anger. Their hope. "I still love you," Elise wrote in one letter. "Even when the whole world tells me not to." Mira cried when she read it. But for the first time in weeks, she also smiled. By graduation season, Elise's father had decided they would return to Manila. Elise told Mira the news beneath the lighthouse. "Come with me," Elise whispered. Mira stared at her. "What?" "Let's leave. Tonight." Mira wanted to say yes. She wanted to run toward a future where they could love each other freely. But she looked at the sea, at the town she had always known, and at the mother who still loved her even if she did not understand her. "I can't," Mira said through tears. Elise cried too. Neither of them knew if love alone could survive distance. 5 years passed. Mira stayed in San Isidro and became an art teacher. Elise studied architecture in Manila. They stopped writing eventually. Life moved on. Or at least it pretended to. Then one summer afternoon, Mira saw a familiar figure standing by the shoreline. Elise. Older. Softer. Still beautiful. "Hi," Elise said. Mira laughed through her tears. "You always come back when I least expect it." They spent the next few weeks together. This time, there were no secret letters. No stolen moments. No pretending. Elise told Mira that she had spent years trying to forget her. "I couldn't," she admitted. Mira smiled. "Good. Because I couldn't forget you either." They walked through the town openly. Some people stared. Some whispered. But others smiled. And for the first time, Mira realized that maybe the town had changed too. Or maybe she had simply become brave enough not to care. A year later, Mira opened her first art gallery by the shore. Elise designed the building herself. On opening night, lanterns glowed along the beach while music drifted through the air. Friends, students, and neighbors filled the gallery. At sunset, Elise led Mira outside. The sea stretched endlessly before them. "Do you remember the first place you ever brought me?" Elise asked. Mira smiled. "The cliffs." Elise nodded. "That was where I fell in love with you." She took Mira's hands. "And if you want, I'd like to keep loving you for the rest of my life." Mira kissed her before Elise could say anything else. The waves crashed softly below. The lanterns glowed behind them. And somewhere beyond the horizon, the sea kept all the secrets they no longer had to hide.